Dazzle That Tarot presents Did Big Jook have something to do with young Doplh being unalive? This is a tarot reading for beginners. This was an actual tarot spread that I actually did. And we're going to go over it and we're going to learn what these cards mean, what the illustrations mean, what we intuitively pick up, how to do a tarot spread, how to journal our tarot readings, and all good things like that. This right here is a touchy subject, and it's something that pretty much two people lost their lives in, so that we know of. So we're gonna do this with some grace. Please rest in peace to those who were affected by gun violence in this situation. Everything that I say here is alleged and for entertainment purposes until modern science comes up with a mathematical equation that the metaphysical science is a valid form of science, and all tools of divination are valid tools of science. So let's begin. What we're going to need today is that we're going to need your beginner's tarot deck. Now, many videos ago, I went over how to create a beginner's tarot deck. We taught you how to create one from scratch. And then for those who wanted to buy a deck, we taught you how to pretty much put the keywords and the condensed meaning on the back of your tarot card of what that card means, so you can always pick up what it means, okay? So you're going to have your beginner's tarot deck. You're going to need a pen for your tarot journal, because you're going to have your tarot journal. You're going to have your crystals, and you're going to have your candles, and you're going to have your smudging stick. It can be sage, Palo Santos, whatever, right? So as we begin, you already know you should be charging your tarot deck with a crystal, okay? So, and you can smudge your tarot deck too, but we're going to talk about charging your tarot deck. The best way to recharge your tarot deck is under the light of the full moon. And you can use it, and you can also charge it under a dark moon as well. When you're doing it, please spread out the deck on the top of a cloth in the inner windowsill of your window. Place the deck's crystal on top of the spread it out tarot deck, and then leave them out overnight to soak up the energy. Now, the full moon energy has a lot of magical energy with it. And then with the dark moon, that's when it's not a full moon, basically. Pretty much that has a lot of intuitive energy in it. So either way, please let them recharge underneath the moon. Because that is a great way to recharge your deck. After you do so, you also have to know about smudging your space before, during, and after your reading. Now, if you are spiritual, you want to smudge your space to clear out the energy, right? Pretty much you're going to open the doors and windows of your home. You don't use sage or Palo Santos without opening that, right? 2, light your smudge stick and smudge your items or space by wafting the smoke around it while focusing on cleansing and renewal. Then after you finish, you want to extinguish the smudge stick. And then you're going to ring a bell or make a chiming noise. You can do so by getting a glass and a spoon and carefully making the clicking sounds on the glass, right? And then also, you're going to be lighting candles while doing your readings, right? Now, you have different colors of candles to represent different things, and you want to pick out the candles that best matches your intentions for this reading. And also, you want to have candles for protection, to clear space, things like that. And hopefully, I'm going to get someone who is more advanced and botanical, spirituality, stuff like that, to actually have a conversation with me, and we're going to do candles for beginners. That's it. That will be coming down the pipeline, okay? So let's get into this. So you have your tarot space that you have. Maybe you have a corner of your house that you do readings. Maybe it's outside. Maybe it's a whole room. Some people have an office for tarot readings. But normally some people have a cloth to do their spread and their readings on. So you're going to have your tarot cloth out. You're going to have, your candles surrounding the reading. And you're going to take your tarot deck with your crystal that you've recharged and all that good stuff. And you're going to put it on the cloth. And when you do that, you're going to light your candles for protection and to clear the energy and all that good intentional stuff. You're going to clear your space by smudging with Palo Santos or sage. You're going to do that. And you can smudge your deck too, just in case. And mind you, smudging doesn't just stop in the beginning. You can do it during the reading, after the reading, whenever you feel the need to do so. Okay? So, and mind you, keep your windows open too when you're smudging. All right, please do, because you will choke. And then you're going to grab your tarot journal. Your tarot journal is important, right? So creating your own tarot journal helps you keep a record of your readings. It helps you strengthen your tarot skills, allow you to see your growth as a reader, and you can see how accurate your reading was down the line. Tarot journals are wonderful for beginners. It doesn't take much to get. All you need is a notebook. And, if you want to be creative, I advise you to, because creativity taps into your inner child. And when you tap into your inner child, you tap into all that spirituality, the intuitiveness, and all that magic that comes with it. So make sure you do that, okay? So then, before you do this reading, a lot of people, a lot of spiritualists and things like that, they have their things that they do. Some people, and what I will say for this is, because we're talking about two deceased people that passed away, you do want to say a prayer for guidance and protection through your reading, right? And then also, people also say a prayer for guidance and protection for any reading, for that matter, right? Some people may use Florida water or holy water to cleanse their hands, cleanse their space. Whatever makes you comfortable, do it. So then, after you have taken your tarot deck, you're going to take a deep breath, right? And you're going to begin shuffling your deck. And then you're going to have your intentions in your head. What's the question? Think about the question. Think about it thoroughly. Also, when you're shuffling, some people count down or some people count up. It's whatever's more comfortable with you. But make sure you have the question in your head and you have the attention for how many cards you're going to make, how many cards you're going to pull. Here, I had the intention of pulling a 3-card spread, and I had the intention of looking at the bottom of the deck energy. So what I did was I kept going, and then boom, I went ahead, made my 3-card spread, and looked at the bottom of the deck energy. All right, and that's how it's going to look. So the question was, did Big Jook have something to do with young Doplh being unalived, right? So the first card I got was the 3 of Wands upright. The second card I got was the Lovers in the reverse. And the third card I got was the 10 of Cups. And the bottom of the deck energy was the Tower in the reverse. Now, mind you, I am using the Tarot of Wonderland tarot deck, okay? That's why the illustrations are Wonderland inspired, okay? So it's a cute deck. I like it. I appreciate it. I've been using it. I've been connecting with it, and I appreciate this deck. Okay, so this was an actual spread I did by like 10 days ago. It's the 23rd today, so I think I did it on the 13th. So this is an old reading, right? So the way you're going to do this reading is that you have to understand that the past, present, and future likely outcome is going to be shifted back. The timeline is going to be shifted into like a previous timeline, like something like that, because it's all already happened. So it will be more so of the pertinent past being the past of how the things happened in the past, something like that. Like, y'all see what I'm saying, right? So when we look at this illustration, we look at the rabbit man, because it's a man. I mean, it's a humanoid rabbit, and he's on the edge of a cliff. And he is surrounded by 3 wands. And it must be windy because you see the red flags waving a little bit on the wands. And you see him with his pocket watch. And he is looking, right? He's holding the wand with one hand and looking at the pocket watch with another hand. Like he is waiting and he's looking forward to something. And then you see the ships coming in and out or wherever it's going. It's on the water. So it looks like he's waiting or timing the ships, right? And usually this is a card for expansion, and it's a wand. It's a fire sign. It's all about action, enterprise, relationships, okay? Passion, creativity. The 3 represents creation as well. And guess what? It's looking forward to something with optimism and a mission. This card symbolizes enterprise, trade, or commerce. And then the key words is going to be progress, expansion, foresight, overseas opportunity. And you can see why it means that based on the illustration. Now, you should have these key words in the condensed meaning on the back of your tarot card for beginners, right? Now, mind you, you're also going to have the modality, the zodiac sign, and the planet that is aligned with as well, right? So when you look at this card right here is a part of wands, right? Wands are fire. It's all about Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. And guess what? These cards has a modality, and the cards in the minor arcana with the modalities are cards 2 to 10 in the tarot deck, right? And for here, for cards 2, 3, and 4 that are wands, they're cardinal signs, right? And this cardinal sign is going to be an Aries. And the Aries in itself, Aries has the sun as an alignment as well, right? So you guys know that this is an Aries card. All right, so since we know all of this, we're going to take our tarot journal and we're going to go ahead and jot down our information. It's going to be the title. It's going to be the date and time that you did the reading because that's important. I told you I did this reading 10 days ago. So it was January the 13th, 2024. The time was 2:20 p.m. and there was a 3-card pull. And of course, you got the back of the deck energy. And I put the title, Did Big Jook Have Something to Do with Young Doplh being unalived? And of course, you already noted that we are talking about past events. So the lineup is a bit different. And I told you, like for the pertinent past, that's the first card. That was the 3 of Wands upright. The Lovers reversed. That was the second card. And the outcome was the 10 of Cups upright. That was the third card. The back of the deck energy was the Tower reversed, right? So now we're going to talk about the lineup. So this is what happened that led up to the past events that happened, right? I put the 3 of Wands is in the past position. I think that there was a period of expansion when it comes to creative ventures and expanding the organization. The person in the illustration is seen watching his pocket watch, timing the ships that are on the water. Plans seem to be going smoothly, and this person may be making steps to take action. They are looking forward to the success of future endeavors. This card is a foresight card, and it is an Aries card, which speaks of leading and conquering, okay? So now we're on to the next card. The present is really in the past, right? So we look at the Lovers in the reverse. The Lovers in the reverse illustrates this queen and this king, and then we have Alice, and I think this is like the Queen of Hearts right here, but it's in the reverse. So now we got to see what the Lovers mean. You know, the Lovers is a Gemini card, and you know the things that it means in the reverse is like a one-night stand, a fling, disharmony, a breakup, imbalance, misalignment of values. It can be cold, detached partner, or too many suitors. Imbalance and conflicts between colleagues, romance at work leading to impulsive financial choices, and not responsible about finances if it's a financial thing. But pretty much it's also a choice, you know, the Lovers, when it comes in twos, right? So it's about some type of partnership. So also it's about a choice that you make. In the reverse, your partner may not like the choices you made. Okay. Or it can just be an affair. It can be a fling. It can be shallow, things like that. And I find it crazy that we went from the first card of expansion and creative ventures to now one partner doesn't like what the other partner's doing, right? So I already told you that the Lovers is an air sign. It's all about communication and how we think. And it's a Gemini card. It's ruled by Mercury, correct? Let's go. So then we're going to put the Lovers reverse is in the present position, which means that there was some type of disharmony, detachment, or struggle with the business relationship. The Lovers is a Gemini card. Since Mercury rules Gemini, I believe there was some disharmony or breakdown of communication. The Lovers is also representing a choice, and since it is in the reverse, someone made a decision that the other person did not like. Also, the Lovers reverse talks about one-night stands and shallow affairs, so maybe a female had an affair with someone, or maybe the business relationship was seen as a very shallow one that could have not been what the other truly wanted. So that's what I put for that position. Now, as you can see, sometimes when you ask tarot, it's going to give you the answer, but it's going to talk about a situation too. So you never know what tarot is going to talk about and bring up. So it's apparent that tarot is bringing up a business situation and a romantic situation, or like a one-night stand or fling, and it's also bringing up the fallout of a business situation as well. Okay, so let's go to the next one. The future likely outcome is the 10 of Cups. Now, Cups is all about emotion, and the 10 is the peak of emotional fulfillment, emotional contentment, things like that. When you have the 8 of Cups, people leave the 8 of Cups to go to the 9 of Cups for wish fulfillment to get to the 10, which is emotional completion, right? So when we look at the 10 of Cups on this tarot card, it is illustrating, it looks like chess pieces, right? You have a king and the queen, and then you have the pawns in the back, and they seem so happy. But when we look at what the 10 of Cups mean, some of the keywords is divine love, blissful relationships, harmony, alignment, community, family, peak of emotional contentment, indicates that your emotional contentment is coming. The 10 of Cups is a card that is the natural climax of the entire tarot suit of cups, and so it functions well in the future position as a reminder that your goals in life are worth pursuing no matter what the current struggle may be delivering. Okay, so we're talking about community here. All right, this is about family, community, being happy. But I do want you to notice these illustrations. Why is it chess pieces? And why are the back pawns? You have a king, a queen, then you have pawns. And in chess, you know what you do with pawns. You make pawns do what you want them to do, right? So then we're going to talk about this energy right here. It's the modality, the zodiac sign. I just told y'all, from the minor arcana, from the numbers 2 to 10, and the minor arcana in tarot is going to have a modality to it. Okay, and cups in itself is all about what is it? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, water energy. And it's a mutable sign. So for this, Pisces is going to be the mutable sign for numbers 8, 9, and 10 of the cups. Okay, so Pisces will be 10 of cups. Now, with this Piscean energy, it's intuitive and all types of stuff, right? So what I put was that the 10 of Cups is in the future likely outcome position. The 10 of Cups is all about the peak of emotional contentment. The 10 of Cups also speaks of family, your inner circle, community. This resulting in someone choosing family and community. This led to them enjoying happiness and fulfillment, right? Now, I do want y'all to notice this, though. None of these signs represent any of the people we are talking about in that way, unless they have it in their charts. Because what I do know is, if I am going to look, I do know that Yo Gotti is a Taurus, Young Dolph is a Leo, and Big Jook is a Virgo. So this is something different here. Now, this is all about actions and how it made someone feel then. Okay. So now we know that, right? And then the bottom of this deck energy is very funny because it's the Tower in the reverse. Now, when we look at this Tower card in the reverse, if we pulled it up, right, the Tower looks like shit hitting the fan. Excuse my language. You see these fireworks going off. You see somebody that shook the table, and the tablecloth is everywhere. Everything is just in the chaos, right? And I'm asking about this incident, right? Now, here's what you got to understand. This is why illustrations sometimes show you what's going on. And if you kind of know a little bit of the history, like I know where young Dolph was unalived at. And he was unalived at a cookie shop, right? And he was gunned down. Those fireworks could be gunshots, right? And everything was just in a disarray. It was sudden. It was crazy, right? So, and it was very crazy for the people that was around working at the shop too. So when you see this reverse keywords, it's doing it all, carrying the Berlin. Oh, no. This right here are old keywords. Now, this is when I'm going to tell you, this was an old keyword from the Ten of Wands. I forgot to fix that. But look, in the whole synopsis of it, the whole thought process is to have the keywords of the of the Tower in the reverse and putting it on the back of your tarot deck, right? So the Tower in the reverse talks about old habits. It talks about past Tower moments. But the best thing about the Tower in the reverse is that pretty much it talks about rebuilding. You can rebuild the Tower, but it is a past conflict. It is a past sudden change, a past chaotic moment, right? Its reverse position, the Tower card suggests a resistance to personal transformation. It signifies a reluctance to embrace change willingly instead of accepting the need for change. You might be holding on to old beliefs even when you know they no longer serve you. Okay, so also with the Tower in the reverse, see, I got to be a little bit more creative with this because I didn't put the keywords right. Also, the Tower in the reverse, the Tower in itself is a mechanism of injury. Okay, if you look at it in the health reading, it's a mechanism of injury. It talks about falls, it talks about car accidents, it can talk about fires, explosions, violence, whatever, but it's a mechanism of energy, of injury that happens suddenly. But also with the Tower card, you also have to know that it's a tower, so it's been built over time. Just like Rome, just like the Eiffel Tower wasn't built in a day, the Statue of Liberty wasn't built in a day, the Twin Towers were not built in a day. This is things that escalated over time to cause that tower moment. But it has to change to make way for new things, right? So in the reverse, I would say either the people or the person that is talking about was reluctant to that change and won't allow things to happen naturally and just embrace it. And so it has to be some type of catastrophe, or like it already happened and you have to rebuild. And the best thing about rebuilding the Tower is that you can rebuild it stronger, right? But it's things over time that escalates. That's what it really is. So it's a past escalation of things that cause the chaotic moment and the sudden change, right? But you're going to put all that on the back of your tarot cards. So I didn't even realize that I didn't do the reverse keywords. But look, bear with me, y'all. Y'all know the concept that I'm giving, right? So then we talk about the planetary alignment. So this Tower card is a blended card, right? And it's blended with Aries and Scorpio. And the planetary alignment is Mars, okay? And when we speak of Mars, we're speaking of a planet that shares its name with the Roman god of war. So it's all about aggression, survival, and animal instinct. On the positive side, Mars helps us take action and act assertively. Okay, so we're going to look at the bottom of the deck energy. We've seen it. So now we can say how we feel about it. The Tower reverse is the bottom of the deck energy. This lets me know that there was a past Tower moment. Towers are built over time, thus this situation escalated over time. The Tower represents sudden change and can be seen as the literal ish hitting the fan. Also, the Tower represents a mechanism of injury, and it is important to note because young Doplh was gunned down. This was an act of aggression taken by someone due to things escalating over time and leading to disaster. So now we know that for the back of the deck energy. So what is my answer for this? The answer to this whole question, now we're going to get to the answer. I think that Yo Gotti wanted to do business with young Doplh, and he had hopes for it working out because it was sure to expand his brand and empire. That partnership did not work out, and allegedly there may have been a woman involved. This situation had been escalating and escalating to the point of no return. Big Jook knew of it because he allegedly led the assassination plot. The Three of Wands gives it away. The Three of Wands is foresight, okay, and planning. So technically, and the Three of Wands is a yes card, and it was upright. So technically, he was indeed allegedly, speculatorily, a part of the plot and the planning of it, and he timed it as well. Okay. He sided with family, and after it happened, they felt happy and undivided. Okay, that was that Ten of Cups. There are young pawns in their organization within the family. Those pawns were younger than the actual king and queen of that Ten of Cups suit. As you see in the Ten of Cups illustration, that they can be moved around to help facilitate those kind of situations. Also, the Tower in reverse is a dead giveaway of something happening that was inflicted on someone by surprise, but planned by another. Okay. So after I put all that, and now we got our answer, and of course our answer was allegedly yes, Big Jook was a part of young Doplh unaliving. He helped plot allegedly this unaliving. So what we're going to do is, after we have jotted that in our book, we're going to go to our table of contents, and you see all the other readings we've done. We've done one on Beyonce and Jay-Z. We've done 2 fictitious ones. We've done Cat Williams. We've done YouTuber tarot readers. We've done Funky Dineva, we've done Tokyo Tony, and now we're on this one. Did Big Jook have something to do with young Doplh being unalive, right? And we had 2 pages that we covered. There was page 10 and 11. So then we're going to flip over the pages just to see how much work we've put in over time in our tarot journal. So we have this one for page 1. That was Beyonce divorced Jay-Z. Will it happen? Page 2. Not page 2 and 3 because that was a fake one that we just put for examples, right? Page 4 was Cat Williams. Was he telling the whole truth? Page 5 was about YouTube tarot readers manipulating their readings for views and clients. Page 6 was a continuation of page 5. Page 7 was the reason for Funky Dineva's departure from Fox Soul TGIF. What else we got going on? Page 8 and 9 was about Tokyo Tony and the explicit messages that she had between herself and her daughter's Black China's ex-boyfriend. That's right there. And then what we got going on right now is that our most recent one is right here. So we put so much in our tarot journal already. Oh, I love this experience and I love the journey that we're taking, right? And I hope you guys continue to practice tarot and to get better. And I hope you guys are creating your tarot journals, because it is a wonderful thing to look back at all the work you've done and all the readings you've done, okay? So again, this was Dazzle That Tarot. Like, comment, subscribe, and book a private reading. And thank you for watching.